Well, hello, my friends. Welcome to Granny B's house. Are you having a good day? No, I hope so. Granny B's having a pretty good day. And I just hope you're remembering to be kind to those people around you and do little things each day to make this world a better place. Granny B was in a better place yesterday. I went to an art fair. And who was there but my friend Christy Freeman Stark. She's an artist I enjoy. I have a lot of her artwork, and now I have one more piece. It's this pumpkin she made. Doesn't that look so festive and seasonal for the fall? And while I was at Christy's booth, she gave me 2 books to read to you. One of them is written by her sister. I'll show you. Melissa Fisher Paoni is a PhD, and she wrote Dylan's Hero. It's a story of overcoming negative thinking. And my friend Christy did all the illustrations in the book. So these people here around Dylan are, I want to say they're imaginary, but they're real in his life. They're like voices that tell him things he doesn't need to hear. So let Granny B get out of the way and read you this story. Dylan listens to words from Vic the victim, Pearl the perfectionist, Chris the critic, and Wally the worrier. This causes him to be upset at times. Dylan has been working on listening to a hero voice instead, so he feels better and stronger. Dylan lives with his grandmother, his younger sister, and his dog, Chunk. Chunk loves to eat anything. Dylan is in the 3rd grade at Fancy Prairie Elementary. He loves to color and draw, and he has a best friend, Zelda. When Dylan's teacher showed the class how to multiply numbers, Vic's voice appeared and said, "You can't do it. It's too hard. You may as well stop trying." Dylan took home a practice sheet, but he started believing Vic as he started on his work. He crumpled up his paper, he put his head down, and he tried to hold in his tears as he gave up trying. Vic likes to trick Dylan into thinking that he can't do things, even though he can. Dylan tried to draw a horse for his grandmother because she had a horse when she was his age. He got out his coloring pad and crayons and made lines that did not look the way he wanted. Pearl's voice appeared and said, "You should not make mistakes. You need to make that horse perfectly." Dylan believed Pearl, so he cried as he kept starting over. He tried to make 10 horses, but none were good enough according to Pearl. Pearl likes to trick Dylan into thinking that he needs to be perfect, even though he doesn't. Oh my, Dylan's main chore at home is to take care of Chunk. One day after school, he saw that Chunk had gotten into the kitchen trash when he forgot to put the lid on the can that morning. Last night's spaghetti was all over the kitchen floor and on Chunk, along with coffee grounds, half a piece of peanut butter toast, and a banana peel. Dylan looked at the mess while Chunk wagged his tail. Chris's voice appeared and said, "That was so dumb of you to not put the lid on the trash. You always mess up." Dylan believed Chris, so he thought he was bad, and he kicked the trash can. Chris likes to trick Dylan into thinking that he does everything wrong, even though he does not. Dylan invited Zelda over to play this weekend. Zelda told Dylan that she couldn't come over because she had to visit her cousin in Iowa. Wally's voice appeared and said, "What if Zelda doesn't like you anymore? What if something bad happens to Zelda on her way to Iowa? What if?" Dylan thought about all the bad things that could happen and his stomach started to hurt. Wally likes to trick Dylan into thinking that the worst things would happen, even though they may not. Dylan was getting fed up with Vic telling him he couldn't do things, Pearl telling him he needed to be perfect, Chris telling him he always messes up, and Wally convincing him that bad things would happen. One more voice appeared at times, but Dylan hadn't been listening to it. This voice is the hero voice. Dylan tried hard to hear what the hero had to say. The hero told Dylan when Vic tells him he can't do things, you can do it, one step at a time. The hero told Dylan what Pearl tells him he needs to do things perfectly. You are good enough. The hero told Dylan when Chris tells him he always messes up, you are a problem solver. Keep trying. Finally, the hero told Dylan when Wally tells him the worst may happen, things are okay right now and you can handle it. Dylan felt much better after listening to the hero. Vic, Pearl, Chris, and Wally began visiting him less and less. Dylan wanted to thank the hero for all of his help, and he asked him, "What is your name?" The hero smiled and said, "My name is Dylan. I have always been you." Wow. What a great thing for Dylan to learn, that he had that hero inside of him all that time, and he just needs to not listen to those negative voices that tell him he's not good enough and he's not doing things right. And what a victory for Dylan. Granny B is so excited to know that his hero came forth and all those bad voices retreated, and Dylan's life is going to be much better now when he's listening to the positive voices of the hero. So let's all remember that. We all have a hero inside of us, and we just need to push that hero up to the front and be proud and stand strong and know that we can do good things and we can learn and we can just make our own world a better place. Well, you just remember that Granny B loves you, and I want your hero to shine, and I want you to come back and see me again real soon so I can read you another story. Okay? Bye-bye.